Wait, let me get in character.
Alright.
Got to take my dick pills.
Don't be don't use a Scottish accent, remember.
I know, seriously. You sound like Dordrick. Fuck.
Okay, welcome to another Friday night of the Sword Coast Presents the Sea and Fallen Stars. Your host is always DM Mitch. Shout out to my players. How you guys doing tonight?
Yay!
It is Good Friday. We'll see how good it is for the players.
Oh, crap.
Yep. I have a feeling it's not going to be too good for them. Okay, so last we left off, you guys had confronted the reincarnation of Bahal, who was mutated by being on a different, not only different plane, but a whole different world. You guys were able to defeat him before he started gaining any kind of real power along with his fat followers. When you did, you guys were transported back to where you started. Now, I know I touched on where you guys are, but I'm going to make a little narrative change because it's going to be way cooler. The first thing you see and feel as you get back here is a tremendous rainstorm.
1,000 naked women throwing pickles at us?
No, not really. And here we go. Let's get right to it, shall we? Okay. Did you guys center?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
As you can see, everything's kind of grayed out because I tried to find something that looks like a rain coming down. Right now, you're experiencing high winds and rain, similar to the onset of a hurricane. It is daylight, so you're able to look around, but as you do, it's like the rain is pelting you so hard that it almost hurts. So right now, you guys have disadvantage on perception checks, and you have disadvantage on ranged attack rolls if you decide to use that because of the high winds and the heavy rains. As you guys are looking about, there's lightning bolts crashing here and there, and then off in the distance you hear something that kind of coincides with one of the thunderclaps, but doesn't quite sound like thunderclaps. Sounds more like this. Okay. As you all kind of feel the ground beneath you shudder a bit with that scream.
What was that?
It seems like we've returned at an opportune time. I try to discern which direction the sound is coming from.
It seems to be coming back up towards the inn that you guys were staying in.
I'm shouting, of course, because I'm sure the...
Yeah, you all have to scream in order to be heard.
What did you bloody say?
It's coming from where the inn is.
Okay, so are we going the other direction or going towards the end?
I sit there just silently and stoically staring at him when he says that.
Alright. Bloody hell. Let's go.
As you guys are speaking, Garth, the position where you're at right now, just because you're in the back, you can feel like a sea spray hit you as you turn around and you see that the actual, because remember, Marsember is a collection of small islands that are connected with bridges and land bridges and whatnot. You can actually see that the storm surge is pushing in and has reached these houses down here, and it looks like it's just pushing more inwards.
As in the water levels?
Yeah, it's like the winds are pushing the sea inward, and it looks like probably this entire island that you guys are on, it will be underwater within an hour if it stays this way. As you hear another...
We need to find a bloody boat!
We need to get the town evacuated. Let us find out that sound. Obviously yelling.
Right.
I'll go over here and pick the wee man up before he gets blown away.
Okay.
Hide him under one of my folds.
Which way's the tavern again?
It is to the north west of you.
What's going on?
I'm gonna lash myself or tie a rope to Gareth, because I know he's not going anyplace.
Garth. Garth can be your anchor, yeah.
Gareth. Be
I
the-
say, let's get to the tavern. Maybe we can look out a window and see what's going on.
I know one of these buildings is it, Mitch. Which one?
Keep going up. As you round the building in front of you, you do notice that none of the buildings here seem to have been sheltered. In other words, like shutters are not closed, doors are ripped off, that sort of thing.
Is there any sign of life other than us in the town?
No, there's none. As you guys turn the corner, you see a shadow looming out of the fog. It seems to be ripping that into shreds, and it looks like this.
Yep, Pacific Rim.
Good paladin, please.
Hold on,
go
wait,
have,
guys.
have a
Look
talk.
at this. This is what we're fighting, and it's big. There's humans.
Can we go back to Greyhawk now?
Jazz, go up there and shoot the thing in the head like you do everything else.
It does not appear to have seen you, and it appears to just be ripping apart everything in its path. It looks like a path of destruction in here, but it appears to also be frightened by the storm.
How big is it?
It is gargantuan. It is probably the size of a 3-story building.
Fall
Is-
back!
Is there a bunch of little Japanese guys running away from it?
No.
Godzilla! Godzilla! We need a Jaeger!
Maybe we should head to the docks and get on a boat.
That's what I said 5 minutes ago!
The creature lumbers this way and starts breaking these buildings apart.
Unless it can go into water and then we're screwed. Just saying.
Do we know what that thing is?
No, you have no idea.
History,
it's-
nature.
Yeah, okay, give me a nature roll. No.
Okay, we need to see if there's anyone left in this town, and we need to get them out. Stay out of eyesight of that thing, in case it is hungry.
Okay.
Mitch, I look around. Is there any lights? Anything?
There does not appear to be anybody in the town at this point.
You said
looks
it
like-
looks like it's running away?
No, it's moving. It's lumbering through, but it looks distressed. That's why it seems to be roaring and just tearing things apart.
Brother Tim, maybe you should ask it if it needs help. Perhaps it will be lucky to do so.
Maybe injured.
Pull the thorn out of its paw.
If it's scared. What's it scared of?
I look up to the rain.
You're just going to find out its motivation, what it's feeling.
There's nothing to make a wooden lathe before you ask,
I knew you'd get the reference.
or rudimentary lathe. Sorry.
Well, go to the nearest house, make sure they're getting out, whatever.
I want to check this house here. Is anybody in here?
No, it is abandoned, and it looks like it was done in a hurry.
Okay, so we come to that conclusion pretty quickly, right?
Yes.
To the docks! Do we know where the docks are, Mitch?
Yeah, you gotta get past that thing to get to the docks. But this road conveniently leads out of this island and off to the mainland.
This thing may follow us and do more damage to the mainland.
Let's stick behind the houses.
It starts turning in your direction.
I say let's go back up and around.
I see a light. Is that light on, Mitch?
Quick,
That building's
barbecue
destroyed.
sauce on Jazz and send her ahead.
No, no, no.
You said no, Mitch?
Oh, she is there.
No, that building is destroyed.
Okay. How about the one I'm standing by?
That is destroyed as well.
I'm laying down behind the rubble, or kneeling down.
Okay.
But we want to go, you said west, or which way?
East. The east road leads out. As this thing is now destroying this building and heading towards you guys. It doesn't seem like it's seen you, but it's heading your direction.
Let's go.
Fat man, save me!
I'll pick the lawn ornament up and carry him.
Told you need a harness. Master, he blaster.
At this point, I'll accept it.
At least he hasn't used you as a dart yet.
I don't know what happens when narcolepsy like kicks in.
What do
You
we
guys
do
flee?
now? The map just ends.
Are you guys fleeing?
Yes.
Smart move.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys get to the end of the road there, and you see that it looks like the bridge here is about to be washed out, but you might be able to make it. Do you take the chance?
Yes.
Oh, this
Yes.
again.
Garth goes last.
Yes, I will go last this time.
Okay,
I'll go first to make sure it's safe.
okay. Dexterity, please. Straight up dexterity roll. Wonderful. You easily run across it as the storm surge from the waves are batting against you, trying to wash you off the side of it.
I turn around and nod once.
I'll go next.
Okay. Dex save. Excellent. Good job.
And I leave the rope behind. I just use the rope as a guide, so somebody else can grab it, whoever's going next.
Okay.
And I'll help Ron Hill with the rope on the other side. Who's next?
Ladies, go.
I'll go.
Okay. Lily?
Lily?
Sorry, hold on a sec.
You go?
Yeah, I'm going. One sec,
Go.
sorry.
I'll go after her.
I'm trying to get to my page.
Ooh, nice.
Very good.
Alright. Easily enough.
Who's
up.
next?
I guess Haley will go.
Alright, Haley. Jazz makes it. Jazz pushes Haley to the ground and runs.
Out of my way, Mitch.
Yeah, out of my way.
Here's your list.
Okay,
Bye.
she makes it across.
Tim. Everybody except
I'll let
Tim.
Haley go.
Haley already went.
It's just you and
Quaylen and
Alright.
Garth.
No, Quaylen went, not.
No, Haley went.
no, Quaylen also went. Oh, you?
No, he's rolling as Haley.
I'm rolling for Haley.
Go at the same
Okay.
time.
Alright, I'll go.
Alright. Brother Tim makes it across easily enough.
Wow. It's like a ballerina leap.
Alright. We got two left.
I expect nothing less from him.
Who will the ocean claim tonight? As
Alright,
the
we-
sound becomes closer, it's headed your direction.
Hurry up, Quaalude!
I think it spotted you.
Run, Quaalude, run!
Okay.
Just throw him across.
Run with him, Garth. Let's run.
I almost think I just strap myself to Garth and just go with Garth.
Go with Garth.
Yeah, wherever he goes, you're going. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll hurry up and Quaylen will hurry up and start tying himself to Garth.
Go, Garth.
All right, Garth.
Oh, yeah, quick.
What the?
This is not.
Everybody brace for Garth.
Were you serious about that inspiration earlier, Mitch?
I was totally.
I will use it then.
That's
And I'm
a
glad
good
I
thing
did.
you did. Look at that.
Oh!
We were
Garth
Good call, man.
The breaker of bridges.
You so Quaylen, you grab him and you start lashing yourself. Garth's like, "What the hell are you doing?" He's like, "Go, go, go!" So Garth starts running. He's like, "Boom, boom, boom!" As this thing sounds behind you guys, and everybody, you can see the guys across the bridge as they're looking past you, going, "Run!" As this thing is starting to move towards the bridge, Garth, you run, and this huge storm surge comes, smacks you on the side, and slams you up against the side of the bridge. You just go with it, roll like you're made of a barrel, and just roll for about 10 feet. Get back to your feet, spit out some seawater. You don't even know if Quaylen's still alive because he was crushed a couple times under your girth as you rolled. And you just keep running as Quaylen is like, ah! You dive to the side as this thing reaches the bridge, puts one gigantic claw upon it, and the bridge starts to collapse as this thing screeches out once again, just because that roar is pretty awesome. It plunges headfirst into the water and begins to get swept to the side as it screeches and crawls, trying to pull back on the land. You guys turn tail and just run. As you're running through what remains of the town, you can see that it looks like this entire city has been abandoned, at least this part of it. There's no guards, there's no people, there's stuff overturned, like carts overturned, things are being blown, so you see like wagon wheels, you see, dead livestock impaled on things as you guys run towards the city gates. And basically you guys make your way out at a dead run out of the city and into the wilderness, leaving Marsember behind.
We run into the night.
I pop out of one of Garth's folds.
Error! Error! This place looks familiar.
Yeah, it's my background tile. What do you want? Okay. By the time you guys find shelter, the edge of this hurricane or storm or whatever it is has mostly subsided. It's just a light rain right now. You guys are soaked. You're cold. You're tired. You're still injured from your ordeal in Greyhawk. I think at least Jazz is messed up. Aron Hill, give me a survival roll to find shelter and whatnot for you guys.
I probably would be working with Jazz too.
Okay.
Yeah,
At
so I
least
keep hitting the wrong talk button is why I don't talk. Yeah, I would help out with this. This is my terrain.
Yep. So I would defer to her.
Okay.
So nature roll or survival?
Survival, yeah.
And I'll do what I can to assist her.
Okay, awesome. You're able to find a place off the beaten path into a secluded area with some trees, a couple fallen logs, but enough cover that you could probably put up, take one of your tents, put up a tarp, and you'd have a dry place to make a fire and just kind of dry out and relax and rest.
Nice. Okay, this should work, guys.
All right. As you guys spend the next hour setting up at camp, all of you are just absolutely exhausted, not only from your fights and whatnot, but the ordeal that you came back to. The rain is pretty steady. As you can see, the sun is beginning to go down, but the fire feels great, and you guys are able to dry out and warm up. You guys can take a long rest at this point.
Great.
Oh yeah.
At which point you guys should be level. Everybody should have leveled to 4, right?
Oh crap! No.
Yeah.
And take this time to level to 4. Okay. I don't have a light rain thing. I'll just turn the heavy thunderstorm sound down. So, how about that local sports team? You guys are basically sitting around the fire, just absolutely exhausted.
Where do you guys think the town could have gone? I would assume they would have evacuated because of the storm.
I would look for higher ground.
So was that the entire town? Like the entire city?
No, I
can
believe there
always-
was many.
It was just...
I believe there was many different
I ain't from the coast.
islands.
I ain't from the coast. I've never seen nothing like that before. I'd ask one of the rangers.
We can always go back and attempt to find if we can see the herding of people leaving that place.
Lily and Jazz, you both can roll a history roll to figure out what could have happened to the town.
Okay. 1 second.
I got no idea.
Nope.
Okay, Lily, you have an idea that there is a walled keep. The people could have taken shelter there in a storm situation. You're not sure, but it makes sense because it seemed like the entire town was gone. But whatever that creature was, you have no idea. Out of
Would I have
character,
any idea?
it was a Tarrasque.
So there might be a vault that they're in.
Right, they're probably taking shelter in the wall behind the walls of the keep from the storm and everything.
Okay. So, I will relay whatever I can remember to everyone else too.
Okay.
Then I think we should go to the keep.
While these storms aren't common, they do happen.
So,
She's gonna head
should we
back.
go to wherever it is to make sure everyone's okay and see if we can lend aid, or hang here and wait out the storm. But
We should warn them about that creature.
I agree.
that too. So, head towards the keep.
You guys heading back to town?
Towards the keep, yeah.
So you're heading back
Yeah.
to the city after a
Yes.
long rest?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
We mean no?
Is that the wrong answer? Wait, is it yes or no? I don't know. Abstain.
We go back to Greyhawk?
I already said that.
This is entirely up to you guys, wherever you want to go.
Well, I think we should go check out the keep, see if there's any survivors there. Make sure they're all okay.
Fine with me.
Alright, this is the city map.
Unless somebody has another idea.
Remember, you guys were there. Okay. The keep is here. The land bridge that you guys escaped on was there. Well, it's probably no longer there. It's been, like I said, it's been a long rest, so it's been at least 8 hours. The storm is still going on, but it's not as
Okay.
severe as it was. But you saw this entire. You guys basically ran up this road. Up this road and out of the city, and you saw everything was abandoned.
If we find that they are not in the keep, perhaps we will find where they went to. If they escaped.
And hopefully not into the belly of that giant creature.
A nod.
Hey, our viewers back.
Right. So I guess, Mitch, we just head towards the keep to check it out.
Okay. You guys leave the safe theater shelter, head back on the road, and start heading back. As you get closer to the town, the rain is still steady. You guys get probably within a few 100 yards of the walls before you hear.
Oh, I think that beastie's still there. I don't think it's a place we need to return to. There's not much we can do against that.
Well, we might be able to save some people if it... potentially.
I mean, the only other thing I can think is to go to the next town. Does anybody know where the next town is?
Does anybody have the ability to speak with the beast and maybe find out why it's upset?
Yeah,
Oh, great
actually, I
kaiju!
do.
Why do you eat us?
Actually, I can
Is
speak
it
with animals.
sentient enough to speak?
Wait, you want to go have a fucking talk with it? Are you daft?
I didn't say I wanted to. I said I could.
Well,
I love this idea.
Now that
I think
Tamora is
Tamora
with me-
would bring favor upon you, wouldn't she? If you were able to talk to her and save a beast from being killed?
Are you sure it is a beast?
Not sure at all. I don't know. I can just speak with animals. Now that I'm reconnected with Tamora.
Well, we don't know what it is. Well, we do know that it was destroying houses. For all we know, it is continuing its devastation through our center.
As you guys are kind of hanging out by the road a few hundred yards away, you see the wall right about here burst. Right about... Not doing anything. Why not? Right about there, burst outwards as you see this gigantic creature leaving the city and heading off towards the north. Remember, this map is tilted on its side clockwise. So the road you're on is actually coming from the west.
do we know what lies north? Are there any city or towns?
You have no idea.
Suzale and Willie.
Suzale is to the west.
Well, Suzale's the capital. We could
Best
go
chance
there and
now.
let the king know that he's going to need a crap ton of troops.
It's
That'll
not
be
headed.
our best.
It's not headed towards Suzale. It's headed to the north.
Shush, Mitch. This will be our... Sorry, God.
Well, now that it's left, I think now's a good chance to go in and check out the keep.
Agreed.
One last roar as it moves its way out. Okay, you guys entered the city.
Yes.
Okay. You enter into the city and you see it looks like mass devastation. What has not been destroyed by this creature, which seems to have done like a straight, almost like a straight line destruction, like it just moves through the houses if they're not even there. The storm has flattened many of the buildings that were not made of stone. The roofs are gone. The streets are near impassable. It takes you guys about 30 to 40 minutes just to get to the castle, to the gates of the keep. When you arrive there, you can see there's several people on the top looking down. They shout a few commands. It's kind of hard to hear over the wind and the rain, and you see the portcullis raise enough for you guys to sneak in.
Let's go.
Head in.
All right. As you guys head inside, you can see there are hundreds of people gathered in this area. Almost every sort of cloth or scrap of hide is being used as a tarp to keep the rain off people. But the entire area is just soaked. It's almost like ankle deep mud. It's like walking through heavy tar. As you see people just gathering together around whatever fires they can find. Livestock is packed in here. The smell is pretty bad. As a couple guards come over to you, they tell you, like, we're glad to see more survivors. Please, if you can find a place, sit down. The keep is over capacity right now. Did you see anyone else out there?
Not so far, but could we be of aid?
Just a big beastie.
Yes, we don't know what that thing was. It arrived with the storm. It just appeared as if crawling its way out of the ground.
Came out of the ground and not the sea.
No, it burst out of the ground over on the island. I forget what the name is, but he names the island that you were on, which is this guy over here.
Well, how many people do you think are still missing?
There's thousands of people missing.
Okay.
Is there any other buildings in Marsember that they would go to? Or think
Yes,
to
there's
go
a
to?
few. There's a few temples that are soundly built. We have some shelters that are built. Obviously, we've faced something like this before, so we're hoping that they're staying there. But with the with whatever that creature is, no one has come to the gate other than the surrounding area.
Well, do safe?
What's that?
I said, do you want to? I'm asking the guys. Do we want to go check out the other temples and just go through and see if we can find survivors?
Probably the only thing we could do right now.
What? So what are we gonna do? Are we aid or are we investigating where this creature came from? I mean, what's our goal?
I think they're just trying to find out
A
how
little
many
bit.
people that survived.
So we're
Work around
gonna
survivors
rescue
and
people
hopefully
from
we won't
rubble.
come across
Is that-
information.
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what we're doing.
I would assume maybe travel to the other temples or the other structures and see if, and maybe get a count of the survivors. Come back and report. Good soldier. Who is in charge here?
That's a great question.
The survivors are safe and they can count their numbers themselves. What they need help with are those who cannot or who are in danger as of right now.
So we should go through the ruins and look for the missing people.
The
Nothing
king's lord is inside with his herald, but he is obviously preoccupied.
Perhaps we can follow the path of destruction to see if there is anything we can do to help others. Alternately, we can talk to the king if he has time.
The king's not here. It's the king's lord. He's the guy put in charge of Marsember. Remember, the king lives in Suzela. That's the capital city.
There's a captain of the guard here.
He's not here. We haven't heard from him. I have a lieutenant that is in charge of this garrison that is still here, but he is also busy with the King's Lord and the Herald.
Where was his last whereabouts?
He was south with his family. He lives in the south part of the, or not south, I'm sorry. I forgot to turn on the side. He lives in the east part of the city with his family. We're assuming that he got to the, hang on.
Starwater Keep?
It's called Starwater Keep, which is a naval fortress. We're hoping that he's there. Thank you, Mark. I just scrolled down to see the names.
Why don't we head there then? We can report
I think
back.
that's a good idea.
Do you have
His whereabouts.
Do you guys have a communication system to set up to speak with each other, pigeons or anything?
Not in this weather, no. We've heard many of the bridges are out and some of the streets are impassable due to the rubble.
Well, it's nasty out there to be sure.
Or the debris. You didn't say rubble. Debris. Okay. Says, well, if you're going to head out, be careful. They give you guys a tankard of ale and a piece of bread. Is what they can spare. before you head out.
While they were talking, Haley is just kind of looking at some of the kids, and women, and men, and offering, with their med kits, offering bandages to people who have been hurt.
She can definitely use up a med kit around the area, because a lot of people that are injured from debris, from scrapes, that kind of thing. Nothing major. Luckily, it's just people have fallen down or gotten hit by a tree limb or something like that. So she's able to use up at least one med kit, around there, healing people up. So you guys are going to head off to the east.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So while they're doing that, Haley uses up a med kit, healing as many, helping as people as she can.
Okay. When you guys finish, you guys start heading through the town to the east. It takes you a good 2 hours to reach basically the center of town, which is right about here. The roads are like I said, they're near impassable. At some points, you guys have to actually crawl over or through buildings just to make it through to the next part. You can see many of the bridges are either underwater or have washed away completely. You don't see signs of anyone. No lights, no torches, nothing like that. As you guys make your way through, the light rain is still continuing. It's nothing like it was before, but it's still raining pretty steadily, and there are dark clouds that have formed on the horizon to the south over the sea as you guys continue on.
Mitch, are we seeing any dead bodies or stuff like that?
Not so far. You guys aren't really going through rubble to find, unless you want to start searching houses and whatnot.
Nope. I was just wondering if we came across any.
No, nothing out in the street. It's all debris and stuff. A lot of storm surge and whatnot. You find a boat embedded inside of a house somewhere and that sort of thing. As you guys continue on, you reach the gates that lead into the militarized area. We'll say you guys are at this gate here. The portcullis is up, and it looks like it is bent, as it looks like a tree slammed against it to the point where it bent it out of the rail, so it cannot be raised or lowered. But it's high enough that you guys can walk underneath it. As you guys enter in, you see the first signs of life that you've seen in a while, as people are starting to move around and starting to clean up. But you notice that everyone in this area, or at least 90% of the people in this area, are guards or militia of some kind. The rest of them are civilian population, but they seem to be helping out as well.
Oi, mate! Oi!
Just approach first person.
Yeah.
Okay. He looks up at you as he's got a load of bricks in his hand. He kind of throws it to the side.
Hey, who's in charge here?
That would be the captain. He's down at Starwater Keep. Let's take this road down to the south and just wind around. You'll see it. It's a big walled lodge building past the dry docks.
Thank you.
No problem.
I want to head that
watch
way.
your step. Okay.
Alrighty.
You guys head down, and sure enough, you can see the keep seems to have bared no damage whatsoever. But the most of the ships that are in this area that were not tied down or anchored down have been smashed against the docks, the natural and the wooden docks, and are laying about in the area. A lot of people are here trying to clean up to make it to get some of the ships that were tethered and still okay, trying to get them free. As you guys look about, you can see at least half a dozen guards supervising some of the civilian people, trying to help out. And you see one guy that's probably the captain of the guard, as he's dressed in full plate mail, a large ornate sword at his hip. He's got a purple cape that whips in the wind. He's salt pepper hair with a large mustache and beard as he's barking orders to everyone.
Isn't this guy we met before?
Yes.
We got hired us to kill the thing or stop the murders.
Right.
Oi!
He is.
Start walking up to him.
Go back to my name, my notes here. He is Captain Johnson. He turns around. He sees you. He's like, "Huh, you survived. Where did you come from?"
Greyhawk, and we killed your baddie for you too.
What? What is a Greyhawk?
Long story. Under a lot of whiskey. Anyway,
Well,
Is there any-
I have no time for long stories, but it is good to see you.
we just came from the other keep, and they're survivors.
There are survivors there. Wonderful. I sent a scout, but he has not returned yet. We heard something in the wind for the past day, but it seems to have died down. Do you know anything about that? It sounded as if a creature from the depths of the Nine Hells pulled itself upon our land.
You can still be underestimating it.
Yes, it was a large creature, the size of a keep, the size of a large
gods.
home.
Where is it now?
It went off into the woods.
So it fled the city.
Yes.
Thank the gods. So we are not prepared for anything like that, as we're going to have to try to recover what we can. Luckily, we did not lose much of the population. Those who refused to evacuate when the storm was oncoming, we'll have to go and find them in the next few days. Are you up for a task? Oh, I'm sorry, he doesn't say
Sure.
that. He says what? So what became of your investigation?
We found the culprit and dispatched them.
And who and what were the details? Sir, we have to move this. Not now. Have Lieutenant Stevenson take over. I need to hear this. He says, please come with me. There's a place we can speak. He takes you inside the keep. Here you can see that this keep, unlike the other one you were just in, is completely militarized. There is an open courtyard. However, he leads you inside one of the buildings. There is about half a dozen bunks set up on one wall. The other wall there's a large fireplace which is crackling and keeping the place very warm. You see several sets of clothes hanging in front of the fireplace to dry. There are 3 people in here that are gathering gathering meals. Basically, there's like a big pot of soup, and they're pouring into bowls, into containers, whatever they can, and they're starting to gather it onto trays so that they can take it out to the people. He tells them, says, "Please go and leave us for a few minutes." They all say, "Yes, sir, yes, sir," and they all walk out, closing the door. He goes over to a large desk, pulls out a cigar, basically puts it in his mouth, lights it with a match, takes a few puffs, and then sits back on his desk, blowing out a large billow of smoke and looking over all of you as he taps the ash. He says, "Fill me in. I need a distraction."
Oh, the barmaid wasn't who she said she was. Turned into this demon-like thing. Didn't like
Barmaid.
being called a bitch. So we started to kill her.
Penelope.
Yeah,
Penelope.
that-
Well, Penelope was not who she said she was.
We believe
No.
she was taken over by an unworldly force.
What?
I'll let Brother Tim tell you. He tells it so much better. I pull out a whiskey. I lean up. I sit down next to him, and I take a big swig and offer it to the captain.
He looks at you, he smiles, and then he goes behind the desk, pulls out a drawer, pulls a large bottle out, sets it down.
I like you, laddie.
He set some cups down. He's like, "Okay, So this is going to be a story. By all means, Brother Tim, continue.
So we believe we believe that Penelope was taken over by a demon or some worldly creature that took over her body and started committing the murders. She was controlled by.
Really?
Yes, it was quite astonishing. As we killed her, we were sucked into another world in which we found the ringleader or the leader of the demons that Penelope was taken over by, and we defeated him. And thus we returned back here.
You went to another world.
Yes, a place called Greyhawk.
We wondered where you went. We thought you had just left the city.
No, we were sucked into this place called Greyhawk.
Greyhawk. This is a very interesting story. No wonder Penelope just up and disappeared. We had found another body and a symbol of the skull and the teardrops surrounding it. I assume this was Penelope's work.
Was it a little bit?
How long ago?
Oh god, this was over a year ago.
What? How long have we been gone for?
You've been gone since last spring. It's been a year.
What the fuck?
Oh my god, we're in so much trouble.
We've been gone for a year, and it was only like a week or 2 weeks. Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know. I can only tell you what I do know.
Oh,
So-
what happened? Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead, Mag. No, go ahead, Magnus.
No. I don't tend to put things as eloquently as you do.
I am not that much better than you, but
So
Trust me, lad.
let me get this straight. Penelope was the murderer. Is that correct?
Penelope was maybe not the murderer, but she was taken over by
No,
another
she was
creature.
the murderer.
Well, she was the murderer. Her body was the murderer, but we believe she was taken over by some creature from a different dimension or from the hells or something.
And you dispatched her.
Yes.
Well, we just fought so many of them.
Then you did your job. Then you deserve pay.
Now you're speaking the language, lad.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have that funds here. It's at the main keep, but I will see you paid. In the meantime, have you rested? Are you okay from your otherworldly ordeal?
Yes, we were able to find shelter last night, and we were able to rest.
Oh, look at this. I pull out a bottle of whiskey I brought over from Greyhawk. This is a bottle I got
because
in Greyhawk over there.
I may have something else that I need you to do.
I look at a Ron Hill.
And this
We'll
this
take
may
it
be
off,
this may be a one of the most important missions that I've had in quite a while.
Are you coming with us then?
No, this is depending upon the storm and the state of the town is right now. You see, we have a supply road that we're hoping is still open. However, before this storm hit, a caravan that was coming here was overdue at least a week. I sent a group of soldiers to investigate. They have not returned. We have not heard anything from them. But if we do not have supplies coming from this, our town will begin to suffer within the next week or so, as our supplies are running low. Fishing will not be possible for at least a month or so, and all we have right now is what's left in people's cupboards and in the storeroom, and that's not enough to feed every survivor in this area. What we need to do is we need to check out and make sure that this road is not only clear, but where that caravan has gone to, because that caravan can bring much needed supplies that we needed a week ago.
So you want to hire us to make sure that the road's clear to here?
Absolutely. Are you willing to help us once again?
Oh, I can't speak for the others. Others?
I will help.
You've obviously proven yourselves more than worthy adventurers. What I can give you is this. He goes back and he takes a key from around his neck, unlocks the main drawer, and opens it. He pulls out a leather pouch that looks about the size of a fist, and he sets it down, closes the drawer and locks it again, puts the key around his neck. These are yours now, not only for payment of what you guys accomplished, but partial payment if you can do this for me. Not only bring the caravan in, but make sure that the road is clear.
Well, what are they?
He gestures towards it.
I'll open it up then.
Okay. You look inside. You see 5 large rubies.
Ooh.
This is my personal stash. This is pretty much at least a third of my fortune that I've collected over my years, not only adventuring but being captain of the guard here. It's yours if you will do this for us.
I look to the
This
others.
town needs your help.
I look to the others. What's everybody's face look like? Like they would do it for free, and looking at disdain if we take the payment, or how's everybody looking right now? I'll use insight. Just tell me how you're feeling, everybody.
I would probably do it for free.
Yeah, that'll work. I'll do it.
Same.
He's selfless.
Ron Hill?
My hood is pulled over my face, so you can't see my facial expressions.
I go around and see who takes a ruby.
I'm Strider with pointy ears.
Today is not your day to die. I go around and everybody see who takes a ruby. Like holding the bag open.
There's, I said 5, right?
Yeah.
You know Haley grabs one.
Who grabs one? Anybody?
Haley.
I do not.
I go to Ron Hill next. You grab one?
I look up from my cloak at you and I just shake my head no.
Then I will go to Quaylen. You lad?
So what's going on now?
These are for you. Take them, please.
I go to Garth also.
Whether you feel responsible enough, this I will not take them back. You guys
Lily.
have proven yourselves more than worthy, and this is the least I can do. In fact, it is the least I can do for you right now. I don't even have supplies to outfit you for your journey.
Lily, Jazz, what do you say?
Nope.
I walk back. I set it on the desk. It looks like we'll square up at some point, but you hold on to this. So says.
I insist that you take them.
What?
Please.
Okay, wait a minute. Lily stands up. She goes over, says, "Thank you." Then she holds it out to them and says, "Here, could you, when, the town needs food next, please put this towards it."
If we don't have that road open, these rubies are worthless to us.
We're doing it anyway. So
Yep.
don't worry about it. It's what needs to be done.
So you all are truly heroes. I will make sure you are known amongst the city. You always have a home here in Marsember. Know that. As he puts his arm on Magnus's shoulder, says, "You are all welcome here. This is your home now." Each ruby was worth 500 gold pieces each, by the way.
Yeah, we figured.
Okay, so you guys refuse the rubies?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are so noble. Everyone gets inspiration.
Yay.
Do we have a level? Okay.
I love the enthusiasm.
I prefer a Vorpal.
Now, Yeah, I would
Hey,
too,
wait,
right?
that inspiration saved you last time.
That's right.
Yeah, it saved Paul too. So what?
Wait, well,
Have a seat, and I will get the maps and the things that you need to go. In the meantime, we'll take our first break.
Okay.